Good morning, viewers. Today I am present before you with another podcast on Gulliver's Travels, and in today's podcast, I will be giving you an overview of Book 3 and Book 4. Before I begin the podcast, it is advisable that you keep a notebook and a pen so that you can jot down the important points relating to this particular topic. It is further advisable to use earplugs for listening to the podcast. So here I begin. Book 3. It is said that once the sea has bitten you, you have to go back to it again. With a few months, Gulliver was back at sea, this time bound for Indochina with the intention of making some money through trade with the neighboring islands. On the 10th day of a trading voyage, the ship is raided by pirates, and Gulliver and his companions are bound and tied. All the pirates were Japanese, but one who was a Dutchman. Gulliver pleads with the Dutchman to release him, but instead of doing so, he is put on a canoe with some water and food and cast away. Gulliver comes across several uninhabited islands and reconciles himself to death through thirst and starvation. And just as he had given up all hope of rescue, he comes across a flying island. A chair is lowered for him and he is pulled up. This island is inhabited by the Laputans. These are a peculiar set of people who cock their heads in one direction with one eye inward and another outward. The main occupation of the Laputans is to keep a small island in complete subjugation. This they do by flying overhead and dropping stones on the people, and if this does not subdue them, the flying island is lowered and the people are crushed to death. But this drastic remedy is seldom used because once the island is lowered, there is always the danger that it may not rise again. Gulliver requests the king to visit Lagardo, the capital of Balnibarbi. When he goes there, he finds that it is in ruins because they had been visited by a bunch of impractical planners known as projectors. The projectors live in a colony which Gulliver visits, and he finds them engaged in a study of even more impractical projects. Gulliver also visits a nearby place called Glub Dub Drib, an island of sorcerers and magicians. The governor of this place is a magician who can recall to earth any person who had died for 24 hours. For a week, Gulliver visits many of the famous people of history and is appalled by the evils in the lives of men. Gulliver next goes to Lugnag. Here he comes across people who are immortal, those who continue to live forever. To begin with, Gulliver is quite enthusiastic at the prospect of living on forever, but discovers that most people suffer from the infirmities of old age and continue to exist in an almost hopeless condition. The king of Lugnag gives Gulliver a letter of introduction to the Emperor of Japan. The letter gets him a passage on a Dutch ship which takes him back home. Book 4. When Gulliver is offered the captaincy of a ship, he leaves home again. At Barbados Islands in the West Indies, Gulliver is obliged to recruit seamen to replace those who had died of tropical fever. These seamen turn out to be pirates who put Gulliver into a boat and cast him ashore. He comes across an island in which there are many strange animals that walk on their hind legs like humans. They have thick hair on their heads and other parts of their bodies. When Gulliver tries to pass them, his way is blocked and he is surrounded by these strange creatures. Just then a horse arrives and motions him to follow him. The horse is a Winim and the strange animals are Yahoos. The horse makes Gulliver welcome and provides him food and shelter. Gulliver also begins to learn the language of the horses. Gulliver is quite happy here and in fact thinks of staying on. But the Legislative Assembly decides that Gulliver is a Yahoo and should therefore stay with the Yahoos or go back from where he came. With great sadness, Gulliver takes leave of the Winims. He gets aboard a Portuguese ship and goes home. Here he purchases two stallions and teaches them the language of the Winims while keeping away from humans, the yahoos at home. So this was the overview of Book 3 and Book 4 of Gulliver's Travels. I hope it proved to be of help to each one of you. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and also leave your questions and observations in the comment section below. Thank you for your valuable time. Here's wishing you a great day ahead.